Hello, it's Colleen Pearl the Cool Crone. This video is the June Tarotscope for the sign of Libra. Okay, Libra, this is your June Tarotscope. We've got week 1, 2, 3, 4, and an oracle card. This is the Art Nouveau, Tarot Art Nouveau Antonella Castelli. It's a beautiful, beautiful deck, very Libra-like in its palette. And I love the way the oracle cards sort of go with it, with that pink backing. All right, this is a difficult month for you, Libra. We start out with the Eight of Swords. This is you worried about getting bad news and in fact receiving some bad news. So you're starting out the month on a note of feeling vulnerable because you've had this news and it leaves you a little bit shaken. But you do have the Knight of Chalices here. He is a person who is supportive to you. He's a young, possibly a lover, an intimate friend, somebody that you can go out and have a good time with and try to forget about your troubles for a little bit. But the troubles do not go away entirely because you have the Five of Swords here and you feel very defeated in this first week. So you're going to need some cheering up in this first week, Libra. I'm really sorry to say it's going to be a tough month. The whole month is going to be a little bit tough. So you need to keep your spirits up. You need to keep your faith. You need to keep loving yourself and don't give in to despair. Now, the Wheel of Fortune starts the second week, and this means that things will lighten up for just a bit, but it's probably not going to last. The Wheel of Fortune in this deck indicates a rather unstable environment. So one minute it may be very, very happy, and the next minute not so happy. And then we have the Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands in this deck is an indication that difficulties will come to an end and that you'll have a new start. Now, in the Rider-Waite deck, the Four of Wands is that happy, happy celebration. But in this deck, not so much. So follow on from the Wheel of Fortune. This is showing us that the sadness of the first week is going to come to an end, possibly a temporary end with the Wheel of Fortune, but that it is going to come to an end. And then we have the Six of Swords, meaning that you're moving on to a more favorable environment. So it could be that you decide to take a little trip out of town, or you just go with your friend here and have a good time, have a night on the town. But for some reason, it allows you to feel a little better about the situation. The Queen of Wands is indicating that you have an intense friendship to somebody who's very honest and friendly, but you're looking for a very permanent relationship. So I think that your friend, the Knave of Chalices, has been supporting you through your troubles. But I think once you get past that, then what you're thinking is, you know what, I really need a partner. I really need somebody I can truly, truly depend on in all ways. And so I think this changes your mind about your relationship with this person here. Then we have the Ten of Swords, which is usually that card where you have all the swords in the back. And in this deck, it just means more sadness, sorrow, feeling broken, feeling like the world is against you. Now, could this be just because you can't find the relationship? I don't know, Libra. It depends on what kind of a Libra you are. For most Libras, it could be. It could very well be. But I think as you get more mature, as you go along your spiritual path, you'll find that your desire for a relationship is also part of your spiritual development, that it is nice to have another person that you can share these things with. And in fact, it can result in a very profound kind of love that just can't be achieved on one's own. So feeling down, feeling dejected, feeling almost betrayed by the universe could be a result of you wanting to have this very tender, very important, intimate relationship in your life. And then we have the Nine of Swords. And this is a card that also means that you're a little bit bewildered, and you have suspected that things are just not on the cards for you to have whatever it is that you're looking for. It could be the relationship, it could be some other things, but you're feeling, I think, with these two cards right in a row, I think you're feeling a bit paranoid about what's going on in your life, and I think you need to lift yourself up from that and let those paranoid delusions go. And in fact, the next card is the Death card, meaning that there will be a sudden and swift transformation in your life, a transformation where you really have to let something go. The adversity that you're facing in your life does indicate that you have to change, you have to let it go, you have to transform, you have to allow these things to really move through you and past you, and then you let go of the fear, of the paranoia, of the worry, of the feeling that things are not just going your way. Because that can become a self fulfilling prophecy, Libra. If you're always dwelling on the negative, of course, negative things are going to happen. So you do have to find a way to focus on the positive. And one thing that will help you is you do have the Emperor coming into your sphere, and the Emperor is a strong willed person. This is somebody who is steady, they have authority, they can protect you, but also they're well versed in the legal system. So if there is anything that's happened to you that is really wrong, they can help you with that. They can help you get legal representation, or perhaps they are themselves a lawyer, but in some way they're going to make you feel stronger and well protected. And you kind of need this as all of this stuff is going on. But I mean, the month ends with the Five of Cups, which is usually a sad card, that you're feeling very sad, and that you have a fear that something is wrong and that somebody is perhaps taking action against you. So this deck is quite a bit different from the Rider Waite deck in terms of its interpretations, but still it is a card of sadness. So that I'm afraid the month doesn't end entirely on an up note, Libra. You are going through some things this month. You are going to have to let go of some things. Following the two eclipses that we had, I'm not surprised that you need to let go of some things. And I hope that as you contemplate your soul, contemplate your spiritual journey, that will give you some solace and allow you to let go. Now let's look at your oracle card. And the
which is
card that I pulled for you is South, the adventurer. Take
so
a risk, but an educated one. Do or see something you haven't before, as experiencing something new will help to clear your mind and give wonder to your heart. Look carefully at your plan. Something may be amiss. The situation may have a happy medium. It is not all or nothing. The South, in some ways, has a slightly bad rap. The term "it could go south" means something could go wrong, and plans going awry are often referred to in this way. As it is the opposite of north, and north was often seen as the right or sure direction, it's easy to see why. The global south used to be a place of unknown territories, a kind of terra nullius. To travel south from the northern hemisphere as an explorer was to be courageous and to break boundaries. In the 1800s, much of South America had still been unexplored, and Darwin's voyage on HMAS Beagle in 1831 caused a sensation back in England when his flora and fauna samples were scientifically examined. Australia was named from Terra Australis, the hypothetical southland described on maps from the 15th century onwards. South is one of the quarters called, in certain traditions of witchcraft, to purify or protect a space. People may call upon the guardians of the south or the southern direction as a way to unlock the protective energies of portals of that element, and the element is fire. So, Libra, I think that with this South card, I think it is telling you to definitely embrace the Six of Swords here. Embrace taking a trip somewhere to build yourself up, to make yourself feel better during all of this. But don't worry. Don't worry. Just take steps to move on, to embrace what you need to embrace, and to let go what needs to be let go of. I hope you have a good month, Libra. I hope it isn't quite as dire as I've predicted. I hope it comes out to be not, just nothing. But leave me some comments down below. Definitely be meditating during this time and boosting yourself in your spiritual journey. And I will see you next time.